Hello everybody, it's John from Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. On this channel I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol, and I also have a world famous Sunday morning coffee review, just to polish it off. And remember, I am the only one in the world who can do this. Don't be fooled because I make it look easy. It's not. Alright, now, don't forget to sub, of course, if you want this great content. Now, in order for you to find all the things I review, how do you do that? There's two ways to do it. One, I have the most unique, up-to-date. I cracked the code for YouTube's playlist, to be honest with you. And now I have everything categorized and subcategorized in such a way that it makes it so easy for you to find everything I review. You just have to look at it to believe that thing. I mean, it's unbelievable the work I've done with that. And secondly, I pin every comment of every video, the first comment. Why? Because I always have a link to the playlist what pertains to what I'm reviewing, in this case, bourbon. So if you just hit that playlist, you'll see all the bourbons I do, and there's a load of them. I'm going to tell you that right now. This one today is going to be interesting. It is Buffalo Trace, right, versus, there ain't much left of this, Buffalo Trace Single Barrel. Now, the only difference in these two is right here. Where is it? Right there, that little sticker right there, which says that this is a single barrel select from Cox's Liquor Evergreen here in Louisville. So, my regular Buffalo Trace is a bunch of Buffalo Trace, obviously blended together, all the barrels, and bottled. This one, of course we know, is where they went and tasted a bunch of barrels and then picked the one they thought tasted the best and then had that one barrel. So what's the difference between a single barrel? Even though that has a lot to do with who's picking it, but still, a single barrel is probably going to taste different than a blend of a lot of barrels. Or is it? Let's see. And I got to point out that this was mine, but the single barrel was not mine. That was Jacob Jacoby, and he lent it to me. And I don't have much left, so it was very nice of him to give me that little bit that's in here, which I'm going to try not to use up. So I'm going to do the one to the left right here is going to be the one that's the blend, so to speak. And then, all right, the one to the right is going to be the single barrel. All right. All right. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, first off, not everybody here knows everything about bourbon like a lot of you do. So, Buffalo Trace Bourbon, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, ancient Buffalo carved paths through the wilderness that led American pioneers and explorers to new frontiers. One such trail led to the banks of the Kentucky River, where Buffalo Trace Distillery has been making bourbon whiskey the same way for more than 200 years. In tribute to the whiskey, or the mighty buffalo and the rugged independent spirit of the pioneers who followed them, we created our signature Buffalo Trace Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, now owned by Sazerac, who owns also 1792 Barton. So the color's going to be the same. There shouldn't be any difference in the color. All right, let's smell. See if there's a difference in the smell. And we're not doing a review of each of these. I have separate reviews of these. We're just doing a comparison. All right, now, negligible. Now, what about on the taste? We're hoping, because, right, people love these barrels, single barrels, and they love the store picks. So let's see. Here's the regular. I could do an acclimation sip, and then I'll get into it. I won't need to do one here, because one kind of numbs the pain receptors and opens up the taste buds, all right? And if I taste the difference, I will describe what the difference is. Just the difference. Not all the flavors. If they're the same, I don't care. Difference. Here's the single barrel. Well, there's a difference. So, you would think, hold on a minute. Or I would think. Well, I've done single barrel picks. Got some samples of my single barrels right there. They give you the samples after you're done. I got the barrels right here. Matter of fact, I have too many damn barrels. All right. The single barrel, right off the bat, is less oaky. So there's less of a woody taste to it. And if anyone ever says smooth, I know you all hate that term, and I'm not crazy about it because it really doesn't mean anything. In this case, what it means. Well, I won't even use it. I'll just say less oaky, less woody. All right? That's a big difference. And the single barrel, this particular single barrel versus the blended one with many barrels is a tad bit sweeter. Tad bit sweeter. There's also just a hint more of cocoa. And that is all I'm getting. I would say that for me, I like the single barrel better because it is less oaky, less woody, which lets that sweetness and that cocoa shine through. So on these two, that is the difference between the blended and the single barrel. Generally, the same price. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.